Welcome to Auction version 4, the latest event management software tool from Auction Systems. In this tutorial, in the data entry for names series, I will show you the transaction register panel. This is the transaction register panel in the name entry form for a household or company. The panel summary shows how many purchases, cash donations, expenses, and payments have been entered for this household, as well as the current balance due. The register itself itemizes these purchases, including item and ticket purchases and cash donations made by this household, and any payments received from this household. It also shows the net balance due for this household. The panel in the name record is most often used when another payment must be recorded, but notice you can also perform other data entry tasks such as adding an item purchase, editing, adding or deleting a ticket purchase, adding a cash or in-kind donation, adding an expense your organization incurred that is associated with this household or company. Or if this was a volunteer record, you may have to add an expense this volunteer incurred. We're just going to look at adding a payment in this tutorial. All the other activities have their own tutorials, but you should realize all these activities have their own task areas, but they can be done in the name entry panel for this specific person. If you're entering a lot of purchases for many different households or companies, you would want to do it in the task area associated with purchases and payments. But if you need to edit or enter a purchase for just one specific household or company, that same task can be done in the register panel for that specific company or household. To add a payment, click Add Payment. You will first need to select your initials as the person recording a payment, and then you'll be shown this screen. The Receive Payment button will be clicked for you, and the name of the household or company making the payment is preset because you started from a specific household's name entry form. Select the payment type such as check, cash, or the type of credit card from the pull-down. If the payment type is not in the pull-down, click the plus sign and add that payment type to the list. The tracking identifier is the check number, or if the payment type is a credit card, this could be the last 4 digits of the credit card. Never enter an entire credit card number in this field, as this is not secure. We always suggest you use the last 4 digits only. Anyone who has access to your project now or in the future will be able to see anything you put in this field. And finally, the net balance due for this household or company will be filled in for you if this household has a balance due. If this amount is not correct, change the amount. If all these 3 fields are correct, press Save and Close. Once the payment has been saved, you will return to the updated transaction register panel. The payment you just entered will appear as the last entry in the register. 2 documents can be printed from this panel: an invoice, which will include only item and ticket purchases and payments, or a statement. Statements would be needed for household or companies like this one who have both made donations and purchases. A statement is a document that itemizes the donations, including item, cash, and in-kind donations, as well as both ticket and item purchases and payments received from this specific household or company. The next tutorial in the Data Entry Names panel will be a brief discussion of the remaining optional panels in the name entry form. Thank you for joining us.